Good evening, Fredericton, and welcome to another riveting segment of Ivy's News. I'm your host, Kian Leblanc, and today we're going to be pulling those loose threads. You know that $5 shirt you wore once and now you use as an old dust rag? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But before I get carried away judging your closet, we got somebody much more qualified here. Joining us tonight is environmental researcher Alex Peterson. Alex, welcome to Ivy's News.
Thanks, Kian.
Let's start with the basics. What exactly is fast fashion? I'm assuming it's not about sprinting in those Olympics.
Not quite, but equally as hazardous. Fast fashion is the fast reproduction of cheap, trendy clothes, which leads to low-quality items and environmental harm.
So why has fast fashion become such a thing? Who's driving this trend? The brands, the buyers, or some shadowy cable of a polyester mongrel? And just how fast are we talking here? Tinder swipe fast? Or Amazon delivery next day fast?
Let's get serious. This is a global issue that touches labor exploitation, environmental damage, and even psychological consumption patterns. To paint a clearer picture, I spoke with fast fashion expert Pascal Cormier. Here are some questions we explored.
Hi, I'm Pascal Cormier, and I'm here at École Sainte-Anne, and I'm going to be interviewing 10 students to see their opinion on fast fashion. I'm here with
Joseph Narlet.
And today I'm going to ask you, how often do you buy new clothes? And be honest, do you think boredom counts as a factor?
I'm going to be completely honest here, Pascal. I buy clothes almost every day, especially if it's online because there's such easy access, right? There's a bunch of advertisements, so it just makes me want to buy it always. And to be honest, I don't like wearing the same clothes every day, so I keep on switching it up. So personally, I have the money to do so. So every other day I go ahead and make it a challenge to buy myself a new clothes to show people that I can have a different style, different shoes. Like you won't be seeing me wearing this tomorrow, of course, because this is just, I already bought it, so I'm probably gonna throw it out after. And yeah, I have the money for it, easy access online, and half the time I go out shopping with my friends, family, and we just have a great time, especially jewelry. Like this piece right here, probably gonna go back and put it away and never touch it again, because there's a bunch of other options, and I like keeping my varieties wide open.
Well, I gotta say, Joe, I love the outfit.
Thank you.
It's pretty inspiring.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Joe. Thank you for being on our show. Till next time. So following that interview, we can tell that Joe is a lot more fortunate than others, and fast fashion is a lot easier to follow for him than others. Hi, I'm here with
Kara Houston.
Mind if I ask you a question?
Of course.
So, if clothes were made more expensive, but made more ethically, would you still buy them? Or are you more team cheap and cheerful?
So in my personal opinion, I personally would still buy the clothes if they were made more ethically, because clothes are still already really expensive right now. So even if you just bumped up the price just a little bit, it would be like a more ethical choice, and I would feel better about my consummation in the world. And yeah, so cheap clothes doesn't fix the problems in the world.
Oh, thank you very much. Kara really laid it out. These days, clothes are really expensive, and I think if they boosted up the prices just a little, it'd make a big impact on the environment if they were made more ethically. This would do a big part in solving the problem of fast fashion. We're here with another student. Your name is?
Caleb.
We're gonna ask him another question. When you see a $10 hoodie online, do you ever wonder how cheap it is?
Well, yeah, like the other day, I was on this website on the internet. I think it was called like Temu, and I saw this hoodie, and it was like $9.95, and I was like, what the hell is this hoodie made out of? If it's $10, it must be of bad quality. So I ordered it, and it came, and it didn't look that bad, but I still wonder to this day, how do they make it?
Yeah, that's very interesting, actually. We're going to be following that up in just a second.
Thank you very much.
As Caleb mentioned, he's one of many people that wonder what material could be so cheap to make hoodies. Well, it's a simple question. We'll answer that later. We are here with
Nicholas.
Is it okay if we ask you a simple question about fast fashion?
Of course.
Well, actually, do you know what fast fashion is? And if not, what do you think it is?
Oh, I'm actually not quite sure, but it's probably when you buy cheap clothes and you just probably throw them out pretty quick because they're not made from good quality materials and are made very poorly in bad environments and very low wages, and they're just taking advantage of their young and poorly treated employees. I feel like we might see this in like a lot of like Asian countries, like maybe China, I think Taiwan as well. So yeah, I think it's just cheap clothing that's made very non-efficiently.
Wow, that's very interesting. Thank you for the answer. The answer Nicholas gave us was actually not too far from the answer. He was trying to explain fast fashion. Well, actually, fast fashion is clothes that go out of style pretty fast. He was saying that industries in Asian countries were paying the staff poorly. Well, that's actually a truth, and it's fairly brutal. Hello, I'm here with...
Rachel,
Mind if I ask you a question?
of course.
How do you feel about thrifting and buying secondhand? Cool and vintage, or nah, kind of gross?
Cool and vintage.
Could you elaborate on that?
Personally, I don't do thrifting that often, but it's very cheap and you can find very cute stuff, so I definitely recommend it. Is that good?
Thank you. Rachel is a good example of a student that not only enjoys thrifting, but does it for the good of the environment. Hi, sir. Mind if I ask you what you're doing?
I'm actually thrifting. I've got my jacket, I've got my hoodie, my shoes. I'm very happy.
Wow, thrifting is really epic. Hi, I'm here with...
FedEx.
Mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
So, have you ever bought something and regretted it 2 weeks later?
Yes.
Could you go on more about that?
I bought stuff on Shein and I realized that the quality was terrible and I regretted my purchase.
Thank you, Felix. So many people have experienced the same thing as Felix. Bought something from a cheap website like he mentioned, Shein, and regretted it not long after. These are all factors that fast fashion is a big global issue. Hi, I'm here with...
Zachariah.
Can I mind if I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
So, if you knew that employees were unpaid or mistreated from your favorite brand, would you still buy from them?
Does the product stay the same?
Yes.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Hard question, huh?
Yeah, it is, but if it's the product stays the same, then yeah.
That's very interesting. Thank you. So as you can see, people like Zachariah really ruin the earth. They really mistreat the workers. They know they're doing it too. It's very awful. People like him should not exist. Hello, I'm here with...
Nick.
Mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
So, have you ever thought about where your clothes go when you throw them out?
Never.
Could you elaborate on that?
I don't think about my clothes when I throw them out. When I throw them out, I just throw them out and move on.
That's a nice train of thought. So as you can see, people like Nick don't actually know where their clothes go when they throw them out, and that can be very problematic to the world. They can cause pollution and big problems like fast fashion. Hello, I'm here with...
Riley?
Mind if I ask you a question?
No, not at all.
So, do you think influencers and TikTok shops encourages people to buy new clothes?
Yeah, I think so.
Could you elaborate?
Well, if someone sees someone with new clothes, nice clothes, you know, it makes you want to have that clothes. Like, pretty simple.
Thank you very much, Riley. After Riley's answer, we can see that people like him, students out of school, realize that TikTok and social media's influencers really show off the new clothes that fast fashion bring to the industry. I'm here with...
Gabby,
Mind if I ask you a question?
go ahead.
If you could wear only 10 items of clothing for an entire school year, could you do it, or would it be a total fashion crisis?
Personally, I think that I could do it because every week when I do my laundry, I always reach for the same clothes and I find myself always washing the same clothes, so I think that I could do it.
Thank you very much. I hope these 10 interviews gave you a better understanding of the global crisis of fast fashion. Back to you, Kian.
Pascal really laid it out. And to give some hard numbers, the fast fashion industry is responsible for 10% of the carbon emissions. More than international flights and maritime shopping combined. Also, we dump the equivalent of a garbage truck worth of clothes every second daily.
One every second? Somewhere out there's a landful of ironic Christmas sweaters.
So let's wrap this up, preferably non-plastic. Fast fashion is more than a trend. It's a global system built on quick turnarounds, low costs, and high environmental human costs. It thrives on the desire of newness, but leaves behind pollution. We have the power to shift the demand. Buy less, buy better, and support the brands that are transparent and ethical.
Well, thanks for coming out, Mr. Peterson. It was great having you. Thanks for your opinion on the global issue fast fashion. And it's great having you out there.
My pleasure, Kian.
Well, that's it for tonight's segment on fast fashion. We laughed, we cried, and somewhere out there, a $3 tank top burst into flames just from hearing the truth. Big thanks to Pascal Comier and Alex Peterson for stitching this story together. This has been Ivy's News, where we bring you style, substance, and occasionally sustainability. Stay ethical, and for the love of linen, check the tag before you buy it. Good night, Fredericton.